Jellyfish is Tracy. Today we're going to be talking about my newest EDH deck, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this. But before I get started in that, I actually want to talk to you guys about this, I was about to say this deck, and then I was like, wait, we're going to talk about that later. What I'm going to be talking to you guys about is my new YouTube filming schedule thing. And so basically, if you watch like my future video, you will know that I am taking a break from college for a bit. So my schedule is a little bit more open, I guess. I mean, I'm spending a lot of time on YouTube. Also, I opened up my second channel, so like I'm planning in that whole thing. So basically, my proposed schedule as of right now for magic videos are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That is what it's going to be looking like. I'll of course let you guys know if anything changes. If I get a job soon, that'd be super awesome, but YouTube's always been my priority, and it's not gonna ever like, oh, I'm just not gonna film videos for like 5 months. It's not gonna be something I'm gonna do. I'll always make time for you guys, but it's just, you know, that just schedule I'm just saying may change depending on, you know, what ends up happening. So that's kind of like my thing. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people do this, and like the reason why I'm doing it is because it's like mostly for myself. I'm gonna be like totally like, this is about me kind of thing, because it's just about like when I can get these up and like write them in my planner and know, because I like having a scheduled set of events that I'm gonna do. When I film those videos is entirely like whenever I get the chance to film them, but in terms of I don't know, like you guys, I mean, I guess it can be helpful if you're, I don't know if it can be helpful for you guys, but it's mostly for me. So okay, that was it. I want to talk to you guys about, I'm super excited about this topic. So the last time I built an EDH deck was the summer, actually, with Super Friends, but I had that deck idea proposed for a while. So like that was when like I officially like really started to build the deck. Like I'd been collecting pieces about it for like a while. Then I was like, I need like 10 more cards for this deck. Let me just buy them and then I can be done. And I'm really excited about that. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my daddy's little monster shirt from Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn. I love the shirt. I don't wear it enough, so I needed to wear it. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I really haven't built an EDH deck in a while, and partially it's been because I was like, I don't want to spend like a vast amount of money like on anything, but basically I was thinking about it one day, and I was like, you know what deck I really miss? And I'm really sad because I never had a chance to share this deck with you guys, and I'm really bummed that I didn't. And if you watched my, this video is going up way after, video is going up like after I post, what is it, where like I organize my magic cards and stuff like that, and then I start to pull cards out for this deck. And basically, you'll know that I want to build a 5-color deck, and I actually just made Super Friends 4-color, so that's going to be a Traxa, so that's 4 colors, so it's not like I have 2 5-color decks. Even if I did, they would be completely different decks. They're doing completely different things. And basically, I built this deck, I don't know when I came up with this deck idea, but I thought it was super awesome to have a 5-color lady theme deck. Like that was the main theme, the main draw on the deck. There was just a lot of really awesome ladies, and I ran Angel of Glory's Rise, which is that angel where with ETBs you bring all humans from the graveyard to the battlefield. Card's really awful in like most situations, but in that deck it was nuts because all my ladies died and then I brought them back and it was great, and then I had like a huge angel and it was awesome. And I didn't like how, yes, I loved the whole lady theme. I thought that was super awesome and super fun and unique, but I didn't like the whole human tribal thing. I think that was like one aspect that I struggled with because I felt like I was playing some weaker cards. I wish I had played like better ones, and maybe partially too it was like at a point where I was like still developing my deck building abilities, and I wasn't doing so well. You know, I always feel like when you start something, you're not going to be good at it right away, and I was certainly not good at deck building right away, and I've gotten way better at it and way better at building EDH decks since then. It's a lot of like trial and error, like trying cards, trading cards out, that whole thing. And you know, really what I think had inspired kind of me really building this was I had this promo Grimflare, which if you don't know, the card's like $37 right now, and I was like, yo, okay, I need to trade this now because it's really good in standard, and I was like, I need to get rid of this card because it's so gonna drop later on, probably, because when it goes out of standard, it'll just plummet. I was like, I need to get rid of this card when it's like being like heavily used in standard. So I was like, Alright, sweet. I'll get rid of that. And I was looking through, my friend Nate and I met up, and I haven't seen him in like forever, and it was really good to see him. And he had a Sliver Queen. So I now possess my own Sliver Queen, and I'm really excited. Um, Yes, yes, I'm really excited about this. I never purchased Silver Queen. Even when I had that 5-color lady deck, my commander was Horde of Notions. My deck, and it's still gonna be named this because it still works with Sliver Queen, is Notions of a Teenage Drama Queen. And let me tell you, Paul came up with this, and I love that deck name. I just think it's really great. So I'm transferring that title over, and it's still gonna be called this because I was like, oh man, it won't work. And then I was like, yo, no, Queen, this still works. I can still use this name. I'm just so excited. And I actually think that this would be a really cool like collaboration with you guys because I want you guys to help me out and build this deck. I have a stack of cards here. I have like, I don't even know how many cards this is. Some of these are lands too, so that doesn't really count. But like, say I have about like 25 cards here. And I'm not gonna go through like all of these with you, but I do have some cards that I have in the deck, and I want to know what your favorite ladies are in Magic that you think I should throw in this deck. Now, keep in mind, I don't want to spend like $1 million on this deck. At some point, maybe I will, because I just think this is a really awesome project, and that's what I'm really kind of claiming is as a project. It's going to be a collective project. I'm not going to build this deck overnight. At some point, I will. I'm just like trying to be way better about my finances and trying to be way better about my spending. Actually doing really well so far. I'm very impressed by myself. 2017 is like kicked off to be a pretty solid year so far. And all these things were not like New Year's resolutions, even though they kind of seem like they are. Like, I'm a vegetarian now. No longer using beauty products that are tested on animals, so I'm using all vegan beauty products, and I'm just trying to get way better about my finances. So it's been 2017, man. It's been pretty solid so far. I'm very excited. So anyways, I'm not dumping like $1 million in this deck, and I'm not dumping it all right away. I think I want to get it gradually over time. But I do have some cards pulled out originally, and I'll talk about some of the ladies so that you guys don't have to, like, you guys won't mention them, because I already have them. First is Restoration Angel. I have this card because I actually had one for Modern, and conveniently, I was like, well, I'm not playing Modern right now, and I don't know when I'm going to get back into Modern, and if I do, I'll probably be borrowing other people's decks, so I don't really want to have a deck of my own. So I'm just casually sitting on these, like, value cards. Like, I've got, like, some fetch lands that I'm, like, not going to use, but I may throw them in EDH for right now. I don't really know. I don't really need fetch lands in EDH. They make the deck better, but it's not, like, let's go out and buy every fetch land ever. I'm not like that. So anyway, so I have a Restoration Angel, which I think is awesome because I do want stuff in this deck that's got like ETB abilities. I'm gonna get like Eternal Witness for this deck, so like Restoration Angel, Eternal Witness seems really good. And I'm probably not gonna have that many angels, so this is gonna hit. I mean, I have some, but like the thing is I'm trying not to make this deck like my mono white angel deck, which I love. I don't know, I think I need to do an updated deck tech for you guys. Do you think so? Because I do, because I feel like I love that deck so much, and it's like, it's my precious baby. Like, if I were to say any deck is my precious baby, it is by far Angels, because it's the second EDH deck I ever bought, and it is, like, awesome. I have to, like, go back and check that video out, because I posted it, like, a couple months ago, and I feel like the deck has changed since then. If it really hasn't, I won't. But anyways, that deck's sweet, and I love it. So I want to have some stuff with ETB abilities. Oh, so I don't want to make a deck like Mono White Angels. So I don't want to have like Angels galore because I have a lot of them in there. I don't have Restoration Angel in there, obviously, because I have Angels and I wouldn't put Restoration Angel in there. And then I also don't want it to be like Super Friends. So I don't want there to be like a massive amount of Planeswalkers. I do want there to be some Planeswalkers because, let's be real here, there are just some nuts Planeswalkers. The next card is Planeswalker, which is Elspeth Sun's Champion, because she's like, I think, like, in my top, like, Planeswalkers, she's, like, definitely up there. She's awesome. She's, like, just super nuts, super good. And speaking of Planeswalkers, I have to do a video about more Planeswalkers, because I did that video, and it's, like, one of my most well-viewed videos, which, I mean, I don't really care about that, but, like, most people have, like, expressed interest in that, which I just think is awesome. And I, like, if you guys like that, of course, I want to, like, make stuff that you guys want. So I definitely need to do an updated video about that. But anyways, Elspeth is just awesome. She makes you dudes, and so I get like soldier tokens, and they're gonna be like lady soldier tokens, and it's just gonna be awesome. And for my tokens, I'm probably gonna be using, oh, I don't have my binder here. I would totally show you guys. I have these tokens. They're Vanguard cards, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know anything about this game, but I have like like cards from Vanguard, and I have them in like these adorable kitten sleeves, which are great, and I have those and they're awesome, so that's great. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have Karametra. Yo, that's lit. I didn't know I had Karametra in here. Okay, so I have Karametra in here apparently because I had one of these and I traded for them a while ago because like I used to be really, oh my gosh, I need to like collect like all of these cards and I need to like get them for all these proposed EDH decks, and then I just never built those decks, and now I'm way more realistic about it, and like when I set my head to a deck now, I'm gonna build it. Like I haven't been set on a deck in like months. That's how like good I've been, because I was like, I want something to catch my eye and I don't want it to be something that's similar to what I have right now in my other decks. So I have Karametra. I have this, I don't know if I should keep this card in here, but it's Chinese and I really like foreign cards. I have this, I don't even know where I got this. I have like this Chinese Blood Red Elf. I don't know if it's going to be great in this deck, but I just have this card. I want to use it, so I have this card in there. I have Aurelia in here because she's nuts. But again, she's an angel, but she's not an angel that I have in Absent because obviously she is red. So, I have Sidisi. Yo, Sidisi's really good. I'm really excited to have her in there. Yeah, she's another thing, Blinking with Restoration Angel. That seems really good. Okay, I also, speaking of fun things, I've had this card. I don't know how long I've had this card for, but it's been a while, and I wanted to use her, and finally get to use her. I have a... Why am I blanking on what this is? Korean. Sorry, I blanked on the name. I have a Korean Teysa, and I love Teysa, and when I had the 5-color ladies deck before, she was like one of the bombs in the deck, because like, again, I did like a lot of like smaller power and toughness humans, and I really wanted something with like juice, so she's really great. Let me tell you something, the like, not like synergy's not the right word, but like the tribal aspect is going to be really hard. Like I'm trying to go as hardcore as possible with what I am with this. Like even cards, like I have Blasphemous Act like pulled out. I don't even know if I'm going to put Blasphemous Act in there because there's not a lady on it. I mean, there's like Avacyn's like collar, so I don't know if that counts, but I have Soul's Attendant. I have, these are some lands. I have Dig Through Time because, you know, Dig Through Time Brainstorm because there's a lady on that, and Dig Through Time. And Dig Through Time is like one of my favorite Magic cards. And then I have this Italian Amara Angel. I swear, like, if people don't know me, they just need, all they need to know about me and Magic cards is that I like cards that are not in English. But let me tell you how many times I need to look things up on the internet because I forget what they do. It's bad. It's bad. I've gotten way better. I used to forget what Oath of Jace was all the time in Super Friends, then I finally knew what that card, I know what that card does now. It's great. Anyways, I have this, and the reason why I don't have I have this card in Angels, but I have a foil one? Yeah, I have the like, I don't even know, F&M promo of this or whatever, which is like absolutely beautiful. So I have that instead, but I really wanted to hang on to this because it's Spanish and that's great. So I have that. I have Hornet Queen. Hornet Queen's great. I have Corsair Crufix. And those are kind of like the top ladies that I really wanted to talk to you guys about right now. I'm really honestly trying to think because I haven't done like any research for this deck yet. So I haven't, like, what I usually do is like I'll go on to like a bunch of websites and I'll gather cards for it. But I haven't done that yet. And that's going to be a project of something that I do. But like I said, I really wanted to do this with you guys because I just think this would be like really fun. Like, you guys giving me like advice. Like I read all your comments, I like respond to all your comments, but like, oh, thanks for reminding me. I have to write that on my to-do list that I need to do. Reply to comments next week. Oh, look at that. I just randomly remember stuff. That's how my brain operates, is I just randomly remember things, and then I need to, at my first job that I had, that I worked at for like ever, I worked at for like 6 years, oh my gosh, this was like so funny. So, you know, we had like our receipt paper, and I would take receipt paper and I would just write myself notes, and my manager was like, you can't remember that? And I was like, no, I need to write it down or else I'll forget. So that's what I did all the time. So anyways, I really want you guys to help me out here. Cards that I think I'm going to get for this deck, I'm trying to think. Like I said, Eternal Witness is definitely something that I really want to get because she's just going to be like really awesome in this deck. I don't want like a ton of Graveyard Synergy because Tassiger is just straight up, that's what that deck does, is the deck just does recursion, but I don't mind a little bit of recursion. I feel like that, even with like Omnath and Super Friends, like I find myself constantly going back to recursion, but again, I'm trying to do something completely different here. This deck, I think I would describe it as, I just want like really aggressive creatures. Like my whole thing is I just want awesome creatures, little bit of synergy between them, but I'm not looking like overly like Resto plus a lot of other things. That's just awesome. But like it's not like the deck revolves around that. Oh, also this, I want to talk to you guys about this. What do you guys think about me doing Splinter Twin combo in this deck? Now, here's the deal with that, is I know a lot of people don't like combos in EDH. I'm kind of one of those people. However, the deck would not revolve around this combo. My decks usually, like, have, like, oh, if I get this combo off, this is really awesome, but I don't, like, avidly go out of my way like Tassiger. Tassiger has a ton of, let me search through my deck and get cards. It's got a lot of tutors, which I really like, and then you like bring back Demonic Tutor, and like it's really awesome and I love it. So anyways, that's a card I should get for this deck, Demonic Tutor, because the one with Liliana on it, that's like my favorite artwork anyway. But anyways, so I don't want to do that, like, oh yeah, anyways, with Tassiger, like, the Tassiger doesn't win with, like, one way. Like, I've won with, like, so many different ways. That's what I really like about Super Friends, is that Super Friends doesn't have, like, one strategy. It has, like, sometimes I just win by ulting Venser or Narset, and then people scoop. Or, you know, sometimes I probably just don't have any creatures because that's not what the deck does. But, like, you know, it wins in a variety of ways, which I really like. I don't like winning the same time in one way. That just is super boring to me. Like, you know, I think that's part of the reasons why I really liked Blue Eye Control, is I had those different aspects of winning. Like, sometimes you seriously won with Snapcaster Mage, and, like, I think that's why, too, I feel like if I was, like, a mid-range, like, I mean, Blue Eye Control is a mid-range deck, but I feel like if I was, like, if I was to be, like, a different type of player, I'd be, like, a Jund Abzan player, because they have so many ways of winning, which I just think is awesome. So, yeah, anyways, yeah, I want it to be completely different. It's going to be aggressive. It's also going to have quite a bit of removal. That's one thing I think I stick through with all of my decks, is I make sure I have an adequate amount of removal in my deck. And, yeah, that's just something that I don't think I will ever slack on. I'm trying to think, like, Super Friends has a lot of removal because all it is are Planeswalkers, ways to help Planeswalkers, and removal, and lands. Like, that's it. That's all the deck does. Yisan has a very minimal amount of removal. I also don't play Yisan a ton, even though I really like that deck. It's just, I feel like Yisan just needs work, but I don't know how to tweak it. Maybe I could. I should probably get that green Gear Hulk for that deck. That card would be great. Yeah, anyways, so, Yisan doesn't have a lot of removal just because it's mono green, and mono green, like, doesn't have a lot of creature removal. It has a lot of artifact and enchantment removal. Angels has, like, a lot of board wipes. Angels has, like, 10 removal spells in the whole deck, which I think is, like, quite a lot. Has Angels, Super Friends, Omnath has tons of removal. Omnath just basically is removal because he removes things on his own. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, by the way, guys, this video, I was gonna make it all about 5-color, but clearly we're talking about every one of my EDH decks, so let's just talk about that. Okay, so, guess what card I put in, Super Friends? I put Perilous Vault in Super Friends, and I know, like, no one talks about that card, but I love that card, and it's an awesome removal card. So I put that card in Super Friends because, like, a lot of people were like, oh man, like, you should put that card in there, but I was like, no, but it exiles my Planeswalkers. But I played with it, and I was like, yo, this card's nuts, because how many times am I like, yo, I really need Merciless Eviction, but now this way I can get Perilous Vault, and it's really great. So I have 2 mass exile spells in the deck, which is great. And then I have a little, like I said, I have a little bit of recursion, so I can get those back. I don't have Eternal Witness, but I have, like, what is that card called? It's green, 5 mana. Is it, like, Rise of the Dawn or something? That's not a Magic card, I made that up, but it's like you bring back one of each color from your graveyard and then you exile it. It's something of the Dawn. I can't remember what it is right now. But, yeah, so I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I just don't want it to be similar to any of my decks. It's going to have a lot of removal, and it's just going to have, like, awesome ladies. Like, Silver Queen's obviously my commander, and what I really like about her is that she can just pump out tokens. So, like, that's just going to be really great. I'm really excited about that. Also, my mana base. I'm really contemplating on how I want to do my mana base this time, because how my 4-color mana base is right now, I have basics, because I have a lot of, like, ways of getting basic lands. But what I'm honestly contemplating with this is maybe I'll do, like, tri-lands and dual lands, and I'm not talking, like, the actual dual lands. Like, I'm not gonna buy those for EDH. That's crazy for me. But some people do that, and that's fine. That's just not, I'm not spending that money on EDH. But, I'm contemplating, because when I had this deck in the past, I had a lot of those, like, tricolor lands, like dual lands, like the gain life lands, the temples, things like that. I think that would be a good way of doing this mana base, but let me know what you guys think without me spending like a crazy amount of money. I've done that in the past and it seems to work, just so I can get my all 5 colors. I don't know if I want to do the basic route. Like, of course I'll have basics, but like, I don't know if I want to do that in this deck. The reason is because I feel like I'm doing that already in 4 color, and I kind of want to spice some things up with my mana base. So that's what I was kind of thinking about, but let me know what you guys think. I'm really gonna lean towards you guys, because I want you guys to help me out with this, and I think this would be like a really cool thing for us to collaborate on. And yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of research. I'll talk to you guys, of course, when I will get updates for the deck, because I do want to update you guys on this, and like, I'm just like talking and like updating and that whole thing. So yeah, I think that was it for me. Let me know what you guys think about filming schedule. Let me know what you guys think about this. Please comment below and let me know things that you think I should add to this deck, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.